Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Collar Crypto. It's April Fool's Day. It's April 1st, and I'm not pulling any jokes on you, all right? I'm just going to get into the news and look at some Archangel token ecosystem announcements, see what else we can come up with. So if we look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, it's 52 right now, which is neutral. Yesterday, 50. Last week, 51, which is all neutral. And last month, 39, which is fear. If we look at the total market cap of all crypto, it's $2 trillion, $150 billion. Yesterday, the market went down a decent amount, but today it is up 5.46%. Bitcoin price right now, 46,457. It is up 4.3% on the day and up 4.7% on the week. And if you look at this chart over here, see how it dropped yesterday and now it's back up almost to where it was. So that's cool. Ethereum price, $3,464. It's up 7% on the day, and it is up 11.4% on the week. That's awesome. Scrolling through the top 100, I'd say 97 out of the top 100 coins and tokens are up on the day and the week, so that's really good. Algorand coin is at 95.61 cents. It is up 6.68% on the day and up 8% on the week. We're just going to do a quick news on Decrypt. It says Senator Lummus defends owning Bitcoin as a policymaker. Quote, "Well, I own cows too, and cows are commodities. Bitcoin is a commodity," she said on an interview on Meet the Press reports. I like that answer. From Bitcoin.com, U.S. Senator Cruz introduces bill to prevent Federal Reserve from using digital currency as surveillance tool. Well, I hope that passes. From Crypto.news, OpenSea is accepting credit card payments for NFTs to broaden its marketplace. Man, I'm game with that. I don't think I'd be buying too many NFTs with my credit card, though. Don't think that's really sound financial advice, but hey, who am I? Kraken supports Bitcoin's Lightning Network after delayed launch. That's positive. Oh, from Crypto Briefing, the SEC rejects ARC's Bitcoin spot ETF application. That's too bad. I wonder if they'll ever approve one. This is from Blockworks.co. Senators Warren and Lummus, divided on digital asset value, agree on regulations. Let's read more. Both senators agree that crypto regulation is needed, but they differ on how it should be executed. Senator Warren said buying Bitcoin is like, quote, buying air, during an interview Thursday night. Interesting. Quote, "When I buy Bitcoin, am I buying air?" Warren said during an interview. "It's like a bet on whether this ephemeral token, will become more valuable or less valuable." All right, Warren, Senator Warren. From CoinGape, Bitcoin mining on the rise in Norway. What is behind the surge? Well, I was hoping the article would explain why, but it really doesn't. So that's pretty much it for the news for today. See what else we got going on. So if we look at the Scratch token for today, this chart right here is the 4-hour chart, and this is for the last 7.5 days, it looks like, but price is up 3% on the day. And volume today, daily volume, 36,900. It's a decent sized volume. Archangel token price for the day is 901132. It's up 8% on the day. Yesterday it went down a whole bunch though. Let's take a better look at the chart. The chart is not looking too spectacular, but it is what it is, and we'll just see how it plays out for the next few days. We'll see what happens after Guardian launch, and we'll see what happens after the next staking pool results come out, which is in 90 days. Let me rephrase that. We still have about 20 days or so for this staking pool to end, and then it releases, and then it'll probably be another week or two, and then round 2 staking pool opens up. And there'll be Scratch token on there, Archangel token, and Guardian token for round 2 staking pool rewards. Now it'll lock up for 90 days, and then after that 90 days, I think the results are going to be pretty good on the return for the other tokens, and maybe more people will start jumping into this token. But right now, the price is super low. For Archangel token holders on Ethereum blockchain, we went down by 2 yesterday, we went up by 1 today. Binance Smart Chain gained 1 yesterday, 0 today. Phantom is even. Current wallet holder count, 5,094. So yesterday we dropped down 7%. Today we went back up 7.6%. Yesterday the weekly change was down by 20%. That's a lot. And today the weekly change is down by 1.5%. Total market cap, 5.8 million. Fully diluted market cap, 11.3 million. Today's volume, 7,700. Yesterday's volume, 5,700. And the amount of tokens sent to the burn wallet, Yesterday, 1.3 trillion. Today, just under 1.3 trillion. Daily average burn, 2 trillion. So right now, the total reflections and rewards is 9,905,000,000 tokens. At today's price, that's worth $1.12. And you could buy 1 trillion tokens right now for $114. It's a pretty good price, but who am I? So we jump into the Scratch Token official chat on Telegram. This is from 2 days ago. It was early in the morning. Morning all. Sorry, was going through all my DMs. Appreciate all the support and nice messages this morning. Here's a brief recap for those who missed the voice chat last night, like I did. Kind of hoped it was recorded, but it wasn't. High-level overview. Launch issue was caused by Uniswap failure and put us in a crisis management versus project management. He continues and says, this is a black eye for us, but it has started to fade as you have seen how well the whole team handled the issues. We're not done fixing issues, and research is ongoing. The discovery doc and root cause analysis has been completed by engineering and will be delivered once we have all the details entered into it. People that received an airdrop from us and were part of the private pre-sale will participate in the remediation. This part right here is in all caps. This is for private pre-sale participants only. 20% of the initial airdrop allocated supply will be redeployed upon release of the exchange tokens. This prevents dilution of our limited release. We ask that you help the community grow and you maintain the airdrop we delivered after launch at a minimum. We are removing the wallets that intentionally attacked the project from the launch and are working on blacklisting them. Interesting information there. See how that plays out? I don't 100% know what that means. Does that mean people who are involved in the pre-sale are going to get 20% more tokens after the exchange tokens are released, meaning after they're deployed into the exchange? I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out here in the coming future, I think. Now, if we switch over to the Archangel token announcement page on Telegram, this is from yesterday. Joe on Archangel, 27% through the goal for the L-Bank listing. That's really positive. And that's only been not that long, 2-3 weeks? So that's cool. And it's mainly funded from the dev wallet and 2% of the buys and sells. And some of the funding also comes from NFT sales. It continues. Scratch Engine tokens sent to Archa's MS wallet for deployment into the staking pool cycle 2 is 100. What is that number? Million, billion, trillion? 151 trillion? That's in 8 days. That's in 8 days only. Value of those reflections at today's price, $22,757. That's going into round 2 staking pool for Archangel token staking. Also, Scratch's Genesis token contributions to the staking pool cycle 2 was 250 trillion, million, billion, trillion, 250 trillion. Value of those tokens at today's price, $37,500. Wow, total Scratch tokens value already accumulated for cycle 2 of this Archangel staking pool, over $60,000. That's only in 8 days. How much Archa are you staking? Good question. Is it 0.5% of the pool? 1% of the pool? Do your own math. We might have to do that. All right, so we'll just make a little spreadsheet and try to figure this out. Total value locked in the staking pool. Let's figure that out right now. If you go to staking.archangeltoken.com, that's the staking pool. And right here, total value locked, $880,246. So if we take the total value locked into the staking pool, which is dollars, and we divide that by the token price, which is 9/0/1132 right now, that gives us the total amount of tokens in the staking pool at how many? Million, billion, trillion, 7 quadrillion, 776 trillion. Let's just do that. It's a huge number. Is it quadrillion? I think it is. Or quintillion. Anyway, it's the next number after trillions. The amount of tokens in the staking pool as a percentage of the total circulating supply. So we figure out the circulating supply. We're not going to go into detail on that, but right now that's 15% of the circulating supply is in the staking pool. Okay, so that just gives you a general overview of the current staking pool. Is the next staking pool going to be more tokens in there, I'm pretty sure there will be more people staking their Archangel tokens in the staking pool next time. But so this is all going to be hypothetical, all these numbers. But if it's the same amount of tokens in the staking pool, then we're going to go off of these numbers, okay? How many tokens do you need to have 1/100%, 1/10%, 1/4%, 0.5% of the staking pool, 1%, and 5% of the staking pool? Current staking pool, this giant number, if you wanted 1/100%, you only need 770 billion tokens. And right now that would only cost you $88. I know there's a lot of crazy numbers on here and it's going to get crazy confusing. Lots of big numbers, right? When I read them all, it doesn't even make any sense, but it does, okay? So if you wanted 1/10%, 1/10% of the staking pool right now, that's 7,776 billion tokens. And you can buy those tokens right now for $880. And we're going to go down this. I'm going to read it all. If you wanted 1/4%, it would cost you, or it would be 19.4 trillion tokens. And right now it's $2,200 to get that. If you wanted 0.5% of the staking pool right now, it's 38.8 trillion tokens. And it would cost $4,400 right now at today's price. If you wanted 1% of the tokens, it's 77.7 trillion. We're getting up there in numbers, right? And it would cost you $8,800, $8,800 at today's price. If you wanted 5% of the current staking pool, it would be 388 trillion tokens, which is a lot of tokens, and it would be $44,000. And if we go back a few months ago and it was 10 times higher than it was now, that would be $440,000 to get 5% of the staking pool. And right now it's only $44,000. I don't have $44,000, but you know what? When I got in, prices were almost 10 times higher than they were now. So anyway, let's continue down this graph, okay? So Scratch token for 8 days of volume, almost $23,000 was sent to the staking pool. So if you own these different percentage of the current staking pool, of course, this is the future, so things are going to change. It may not be this. This is all hypothetical, okay? No guarantee of future performance, right? I don't know what you're supposed to say. Let's just go. If you spent $88 and you had 1/10% of the staking pool, that's $2. And that's only in 8 days. They would have given you $2 worth of tokens off of an $88 investment. The next one, 1/10%, it would have been $23 is what that's worth, and that was only in 8 days of volume. Of course, it just launched, so the volume's probably a lot higher. And also the Genesis, so 8 days of volume, and then the Genesis contribution, which is $37,500. Okay, we're getting wonky because I'm just throwing out random numbers, right? But let's just try to look at this. If you had 1/10 of the staking pool with the 8 days of volume and the Genesis contributions, and that's $60. Like, that's a lot, right? And it just goes higher and higher. If you had 1% of the staking pool, which you can buy right now, the amount of tokens for $8,800, you had already made $228 off of 8 days of volume for Scratch, the reflections sent to the Archangel pool. And for the Genesis contribution, you would have got worth of tokens $375. And it just gets higher and higher, okay? So if we extrapolate this out, I know you can't really do that, you know, totally 100% at all. Well, if we extrapolate this out at the volume for 8 days and the reflections received from that volume, if you extrapolate that out for 90 days, it's 293,000, okay? That plus the Genesis pool is 293,000. That's the amount of tokens, the value of those tokens sent to the Archangel staking pool for rewards. Granted, it may not be that high, so let's just roll that back a little bit. Let's just dial that back to $200,000 worth. That'll be lower volume. So we're assuming the volume is just going to drop down and stay low. Okay, it's not going to go up after they launch stuff over the next few weeks and few months. Anyway, so let's just go back to 200,000. Let's just say it was only $200,000 worth of tokens sent to the staking pool. Well, that would then, your $88 investment would have made you $20. That's in 90 days, granted, but still, what is that as an APY? Dude, I don't even know. That's a lot, like 20%, right? 23%. It's all the same percentage. But if you had 1/10 of 1% of the staking pool, that's $200. If you had a quarter of the staking pool, it's $500. If you had half of the staking pool, that's $1,000. So the tokens you could buy right now, $4,400 worth of tokens. After 90 days, you could have got $1,000 worth of Scratch token. 90 days. 1% of the pool, it costs you $8,800. You could receive $2,000. We're talking that's a crap load of money. And this is every 90 days. And Scratch Engine token's not going away. And it's only contributing 1% of their reflections to the staking pool. There's other tokens like Guardian token. Is Brainstem going to have a token? I think so. Spider token when it comes out. And there's going to be more. And these are Archangel ecosystem projects. Scratch Engine and Scratch token are an external project. But the internal projects, 2% of the reflections go to the staking pool. Okay, I know I'm blah, blah, blahing, and your probably eyes are glassed over, right? You're not even paying attention, which is totally fine. Because it's late. Honestly, it's like 12:30 in the morning, so it's late for me too, right? But my point is, say in a year, there's 10 tokens with just the low volume that we're seeing right now, say for Scratch. I mean, it's a lot higher than Archangel volume, right? But so let's just do that. Let's just multiply this by 10 tokens. Okay, now we're just going to go completely hypothetical, okay? Let's just say we have 10 tokens. They all do $200,000 worth of token reflections for their volume. 10 tokens. So you had $88, bought you a certain amount of Archa, a percentage of the staking pool. And after 90 days, you get $200 worth of other tokens. Okay, 10 other tokens. You could sell them all if you want, or whatever. If you had a tenth of a percent, $2,000. Quarter of a percent, a quarter percent of the staking pool, you get $5,000. And it only costs you $2,200. And that's every 90 days. This is nuts. Like the potential of this ecosystem, the distribution of value ecosystem that Archangel has, and they're building their whole utility is based on this. It's nuts. And no one's really paying attention. The price keeps going down. But there's smart people in the project who got a little extra money lying around, and they're just stacking their Archangels, and they're going to be up here at the 1%. Cost you $8,800 right now. And you could, if there's 10 tokens with, average to high volume, not even high volume, 10 tokens, and after 90 days, it receives $200,000 worth of tokens of reflections into the rewards pool, which we can already see that this is probably going to happen for Scratch token, and that's just 1%. The other ones are 2%, so they have to have lower volume to get to this number. If you had enough tokens, if you had 338, what's that, trillion tokens, $44,000 right now. I mean, a couple months ago, it was $440,000. It's so crazy. Either way, 5% of the staking pool, and you could get $100,000 every 90 days. Dude, the potential for this is nuts. It doesn't even seem like it's possible. We'll see what happens in the next 6 months. We'll see what happens in the next 12 months. Anyway, I just wanted to type that up, do a brief explanation on it. I'll try to do a better breakdown later on in the future, but I hope that breakdown of the distribution of value system that they have for Archangel, I hope that helps out a little bit. Hope it makes a little bit more sense. It took me a while to wrap my brain around it, actually. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And that's pretty much it for this video. I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.
It will be a face-ripping rally that will make your eyes bleed.